Let's talk about something real quick. College. The bane of everyone's existence. 4 years of chronic depression. I'm not here to talk about how hard or difficult college is. You know, typical, I can't pass college. It's too hard. The college algebra keeps kicking my ass. No, none of that shit. More or less here to talk about, how you can go through 4 years of cruel punishment. 4 years of suffering and pain only to come out and not find a job in your major. I mean, just think about that. Like, you go through 4 years, 4 or 5 years studying and toiling and at night, tossing and turning because you can't pass those tests. Like, you go through all of that only to realize, yo, I can't find a freaking job in my major. What did I do all this shit for? It's just frustrating to just think about that now, and I've been thinking about it lately, and I thought, I talked about it finally. It's like everything is not sunshine and bubbles when you go to college. This is something that you got to think about. The possibility that, it's very possible that once I get out of here, I'm not gonna find a job. And it's a reality that not only like something that we can possibly see, that most students in the United States are seeing as well. And I understand that, it's a competitive market out there, and sometimes niggas are gonna get the job that they want, and all the niggas aren't just gonna get it. Like, that's just life. That's just capitalism. That's just how it is. That's how it is in the jungle and shit. But it's regardless. It's not that doesn't negate the fact that it still sucks. And it's good for those people that do get their jobs. According to CNBC, 21% of class of 2016 found a job, were offered a job before they even graduated. Which is, that's freaking awesome. I hope that's someone that when I'm graduating, that type shit would happen to me. But we'll see. But it's still nice. It's still nice that people are still getting their jobs. It's not like you graduate and then nobody gets a job in there. 21%. But at the same time, the class of 2016 was made up of 1.9 million students. 21% of 1.9 million, that means only 399,000 students got offered a job, before graduation. Which is, it's nice, that's obviously your high elite students that obviously did really good in college, and people were like, oh shit, I'm thinking about, getting that dude on my side because he's good. Like, obviously that's fine. And then give or take, the couple 100,000 students that are maybe able to find a job outside of college as soon as they got out of college, start applying, and they're lucky enough to find a job, maybe like a small job, or maybe even a big job after they graduated. But that still leaves out 1,500,000 students without jobs. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of students that went through all 4 or 5 years of this bullshit and didn't get a job. That is just heartbreaking, and it's just the most discouraging thing like I've ever seen. And most people think, yo, dude, you're overreacting. Like, it's not a big deal. Well, I believe it's a big deal. I believe it is a big deal because those students now are stuck with thousands upon thousands of dollars of loans that they're gonna have to work at a dead-end job. Maybe not necessarily a dead-end job, but a job that they don't like, just so they can pay it off. Niggas went to college just so they can to learn about what they love, so that they can do what they love. But what's happened is that niggas are going to college to learn about their love, only to come out to do something that they don't love so that they can pay off their fucking bills. Like, how is that fair? It's not fair at all. it's completely discouraging. It's heartbreaking. And it's scary because I'm going through that. I'm gonna have to go through that shit. I mean, it's just sad, and it's sad. It's sad. What's the point? And like, just imagine like a scenario, like you just graduated college, and like you got your bachelor's degree, and you're ready to go. You're just like, all right, dude, I'm start applying. You start applying to everywhere, and like 2 months later, you still haven't found anything. Your parents are like clowning you now. Obviously, they still got your back, but they're clowning you on the side, like, yo, you still ain't got a job, you whack ass nigga. Like, stuff, family shit. 4 years go by, not 4 years, 4 months. 4 months go by, still ain't got a job. Your parents will start pressuring you, like, yo, you're gonna have to find some type of job, like work at Office Depot or McDonald's or whatever the fuck. Like, you're gonna have to start working because we're tired of you sitting here doing nothing. Obviously, you go do that. 6 months later, your parents don't kick you out of the house, like, yo, you've been here for too long, I need you to leave. Like, at that point, I'm pretty sure you got phone bills, you got like, car notes that you got to pay off, because obviously at that point, hopefully you've gotten a car by now, because you got to move if you want to find an opportunity to get a job, and insurance, and then rent. Like, you have so much at your plane at that point that you're just like, okay, well, I need to put my nose to the grind, unless I'm gonna drown in this debt, and there's nobody in the world that's gonna save me, and there ain't nobody to help me. So you do that, and you start slowly forgetting to start applying for the career that you studied for in the first place. 2 years later, you still have your own apartment. Things are going at least decently, not super well, but decently. Like, you're staying on top of your bills, your car notes paid off, or something like that. You're not happy, but you're fine. And then just imagine, like, you're cleaning your room or whatever. You find something that you haven't seen in a while, your fucking diploma, not your diploma, your bachelor's degree. You take that and sit down and look at that shit and reminisce about all the time and patience that went into getting this piece of paper that basically got you nowhere. I mean, you couldn't help but just think, what was the point of that? What was the point of me going through all this just to be stuck in the situation I am now? It's frustrating. And even when it comes to work, even when it comes to finding a job, sometimes you have, even after you graduate, you still have lots of things going against you, especially if you're a man of color or woman of color. Like, you still got class warfare and racism and even affirmative action going against you. Because I was watching GI, Game in Illuminati, and they said it best. They said, just because you were, offered a job due to affirmative action doesn't mean that you were necessarily qualified for that job. It just meant that they needed to fill out a quota. They needed to fill out a black to white ratio or male to female ratio so that they wouldn't see racist or sexist or some damn shit. At that point, you're not a valued member of the company, you're just a number. And whenever the company needs to let people go, you're going to be the first in line, because you weren't something that the company really cared about. They just wanted to fill a quota for that year so that they wouldn't get in trouble. And it's sad to think that, even like, you would go through all that trouble, and even if you do get a job, there's a chance that you might lose it if you were not hired for the right reasons. This is a messed up world we live in, and like, I don't want to look at it that way, but it's nothing shy from the truth. You just gotta live day by day, making the best of it, and praying and hoping for the best. Because shit is not happy rainbows and cupcakes and butterflies once you graduate, dude. Once you get out in that real world, because real world will slap you on your ass. It will knock you off your feet, beat you up. And you can only hope that you have the strength to get up every single time it happens. That's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry for, hopefully I more than likely ruined your day with this sappy, sad bullshit, but It's just something that's been on my mind. I just wanted to talk about it. Hopefully, you enjoyed, and maybe it got you to think a little bit. I mean, there's some people where this doesn't really apply to you, but it's nice to hear other people's opinion, and I'd like to hear yours in the comment section. There's something in the comments. Let me know what you think about what I said. Maybe if you think I'm wrong or overreacting, whatever. Just let me know. So just wanted to talk about that, and give my opinion on the world and college and shit. I'm gonna shut up now. Stop talking before I keep ranting. Thank you for watching. I want y'all to have a nice day. Keep it casual. And I'll see y'all later. Have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye.